Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to cut and sew a cap sleeve. To make a cap sleeve, you are going to need the armhole circumference of the dress or the top you want to attach it to. So I'm going to do this on the pattern paper. You can also do it directly on your fabric. So the first thing you want to do is to take a line. You draw a line like so, which is going to be like a starting point. That is where my measurement is going to start from. So before this now, you have to measure around the armhole circumference of a dress or the top you want to attach your sleeve to. Of course, our sleeve is going to be attached to the upper bodice or the upper torso. So here is the top I'm going to attach the sleeve to, and I'm going to measure around the armhole. Alright, both front and back. So this is a built-up neckline top. I already have a video on how to cut, draft a pattern and sew it. Kindly check the description box. I'll be dropping the link to that video. So after which you are done measuring the circumference of your armhole, go ahead and note whatever you have there down. So for this one I have 16 inches. I'm going to divide it by 4, then I have 4 inches. So whatever value you have, you're going to divide it by 4. After that, you decide on the length of the cap sleeve. It's always between 5 to 7, but 7 inches will be too much. 5 inches is okay. It is always a short sleeve, just like it's just going to be the length of your sleeve cap. So there are two types. We have a cap sleeve that stops halfway, like around the mid armhole. Then we have another one, as you can see the measurement is like 5 inches. Then we have another one that extends down to the under arm. All right, then as for the width of the sleeve, we are going to be working with the measurement we have earlier. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take the sleeve length. I'm going to use 5 inches plus 1 inch folding allowance plus the joining allowance on the shoulder. I have 6 inches altogether. I'm going to mark the 6 inches forward like so, then I'm going to connect with a straight line. So after connecting with a straight line, the next thing I want to do is to take my 4 inches from this line from the beginning like so. I'm going to mark the 4 inches like so. Alright, so these 4 inches I'm going to connect to the top line like so. And if you want to have excess, that means you're going to be extending the upper parts. You want to have like a puff or a pleat. So I'm just going to connect this now, and that is where I'm going to be joining to the armhole. So from here to here, you are going to use whatever measurement you have. So now you can now decide to have a curve or a straight hem. If you are going to be having a curve hem, just go up by half an inch from that line, then you connect with a curve just like you see me doing. All right, so with this you have a little bit of slight curve on the hem of the sleeve. All right, so you're going to be working with these lines. So you decide on which one you want to use, either the straight one or the curve one. So for this sleeve, I'm going to be using the straight line. All right, and like I said before, if you want to have a pleat on the shoulder of your sleeve, you can just add or extend the cap height. All right, then at the same time you can go ahead and add half an inch for the sewing allowance. Okay, so that'll be all for this method. What I'm going to do now is to cut out on this straight line because I want to maintain the straight hem for the sleeve. Then I'm going to cut out on this line. So guys, here is what I have after cutting out my pattern. I have the full sleeve because I cutted on fold. Now after which I had fold my sleeve hem, you're going to fold in like so. We assume that we're already sewing the sleeve. The first thing you want to do is to fold the hem like so before joining to the armhole. So by the time I finish sewing the hem and I fix to the armhole, it's going to stop halfway. If you want to have a pleat, you are going to gather your pleat on the shoulder, exactly on the shoulder, or you had the allowance that you needed, or you got it out if you don't want a pleat on the shoulder. All right, so I'm still going to trim this off. Now that's for the first method. The second method, now we're going to be using our basic sleeve. You get your basic sleeve pattern, the short sleeve, just like I have here. All right, I added 1 inch allowance to this one already. I already have a video on how to make a basic sleeve pattern. I'll be dropping the link to that one as well. So now you take the length of the sleeve, 5 inches, is okay for a cap sleeve. So you measure the length from the top of your sleeve like so, then you are going to mark and connect straight down. Sorry, I skipped that part. So what I did, I traced out the upper part on another piece of paper. After I measured my sleeve length, I connected with a straight line. Then you can also decide to make it of 4 inches. This depends on your choice. All right, so let me just take it once again and show us how I did that. So you will get your basic sleeve pattern just like I have here, the short sleeve of course. Even if you have the long sleeve, it's fine. Then you take your sleeve length. It can either be 4.5 or 5 inches. All right, so I'm going to take 5 inches. Then I went up by half an inch. Remember, we did the same thing for the first one. Then I'm going to connect with a straight line like so. So this is a half an inch, and the line below that I'm about to draw now is the main length. All right, where I'm going to connect my curve to. Okay, the next thing you want to do now is to connect from the half an inch you went up back to the sleeve length, the same way we did for that of the first method. Then I'm going to be tracing this out on another piece of paper. So you're going to place the paper under your basic sleeve pattern like so, and you can also cut it out directly on your sleeve if you do not want to keep the sleeve. All right, then I make use of this my tracing wheel to trace out on the lines that I'm going to be needing, which is the straight line. Then I have this, I trace it out with my marker and I cut it out like so. So that is the second method in which you can use your cap sleeve. So this method now is going to get to the underarm. So here is the two method and the result of the two method rather. So you decide on which one you want to work with. So but if you want to use this method, you can just place your pattern on your fabric this way. You fold your fabric into 4. And also for a cap sleeve, you do not need too much fabric. Okay, so here is all the fabric that I have left, so that's why I decided to make use of a cap sleeve for my top. All right, you're going to fold it into 4 so that you can have 2 at the same time. Then you're going to place your pattern, the folded edge to the folded edge of the fabric like so. I already fold the hem of the fabric with my 1 inch. Then I'm going to mark like so. So here you can now alter your pattern to whatever you have, or whatever you like rather. So if you want to have a split on the shoulder, then you're going to add to this upper part. So guys, I already cut out my sleeve. All right, I just exhaust all the fabric that I have. All right, so it's just going to come down a little bit more than this pattern that we have here. All right, so just go ahead and do whatever you like on your sleeve, but the basic or the main point about a sleeve cap is just that the height or the length is always short, and it can either get to your underarm or not. So this I'm going to join to my top right now. So just like the way we used to join or fix our normal and our regular sleeve. So it's just that it might not get to your underarm, so you stop wherever the sleeve stops. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and attach the sleeve to the 2 armhole. Then we are done with this tutorial and we are going to see the final look. Okay guys, this is what your cap sleeve would look like by the time you're done. It's just going to be small and short like that. So guys, that'll be all for this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, for always supporting this channel. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. You know it is free. Turn on the notification bell. Like this video, share so that we can reach as many people as possible. If you have a comment or a video request, observation or anything, just drop in the comment section. I'll be glad to receive them. Do not forget to check the description box for the links to some other interesting tutorials. Thank you and bye bye.